Robert, this is the latest Manchester United news. We'll be talking about Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount injury. We've got some update on Onana as well. But listen, this is huge news ahead of the Manchester derby next week. We have a huge update on Cunha and Mason Mount. So let's get into it. So this came out from Sully Talks, who again has been pretty reliable about Manchester United inside info. Understand Matheus Cunha's injury isn't as serious as first feared after initial scans. 26-year-old did some light upper body gym work today. Manchester United agreed for him to stay and recover at Carrington. Extent or exact type of injury not known yet. He was then pictured, which he put on social media, of him doing some work on an exercise bike, which again, the injury isn't as serious first for the next few days. Is key to see how he fares with his rehab. City game looking unlikely as of today, but things can change. So, listen, it's looking like Cunha's injury isn't, as I said, expected to be as long as we first feared. We thought it'd be a hamstring injury for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. It doesn't look like it's going to be that, which is a huge boost. Again, he's a player who's had a very, very good start to the season. Hasn't scored goals, but has had a pretty impressive start to what United have been doing. And as I said, I hope you can get him back playing as soon as possible when he's fit and ready, because again, Cunha has looked very, very sharp. He's looked impressive as well. On the other injury, understand Mason Mount's injury is not as serious and is considered minor. 26-year-old is already doing strength and rehabilitation work at the gym, also working on physical motion recovery, taken off as a precaution by Ruben Amorim. So those two players being back are huge. Mason Mount had a very, very good start to the season as well. He started, was it every game, I believe, in the Premier League for Manchester United so far. So again, he's someone who is pretty high in the Ruben Amorim book. And again, listen, with Mount, we know he's had a very tough time with injury, and he started the season off very, very well. So hopefully he doesn't pick up another injury, because it'd be very frustrating on a personal note for him. He's a very, very hard-working player, and hopefully he's someone who's ready for kind of the Man City game, looking ahead of that game. With Cunha potentially being out and just say Mason Mount's out, I think what Amorim will do in terms of the midfield, he'll probably go Casemiro, Mainu, Bruno, Mbeumo and Sesko. I think that's what you should go for. You could see Xerxes potentially coming as well. So it's not like we don't have depth with Cunha being out, but again, you still want Cunha to be ready for the game, but you don't want to rush him back either. Just that on injury, I think that's some good news there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, Andre Onana is understood to be mulling over an offer to join Trabzonspor. The Turkish club want to sign the Cameroon international on a straight loan and had the framework in place in the deal should Onana want to join. Now, they want to get Onana ready for the game next week, I believe, against Fenerbahce. Listen, again, on a personal thing, I think Onana should go. He's got AFCON coming up. He needs to be playing regular football, and I don't think you're going to get that at Manchester United. I think his time is done at the club. I think Manchester United know how quickly we need to get this deal done. Obviously the market closes on the 12th of September, which again I think is Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday. So we need to get that deal done as soon as we possibly can. Again, loan, United ideally wanted a permanent, but a loan deal should kind of make sense and should be something that Manchester United should be able to do. So they're looking like Onana will be leaving, and that is huge. I think United always knew when they were going to bring in Lamans, getting rid of a goalkeeper had to happen. We can't have 4 goalkeepers at the club on the wages that they are on as well. And again, Onana to Trabzonspor. Again, it's crazy. He's gone from a Champions League to playing in Turkey. It is a bit crazy, but he's just not good enough for and to play for Manchester United at this current moment. And again, it's great news for him to leave, to be honest. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, Manchester United are ready to place a bid for Carlos Baleba in January to see of any rival suitors. The player has requested that Brighton accept any suitable bid, and is eager to join Ruben Amorim's groups with or without European football, as he views the growing project as an irresistible opportunity. So this came in from Sean Connolly, who again, I think he was one of those to break the news that Carlos Baleba to United was off in the start of the towards the end of the transfer window. So again, it's looking like United want to get this BALEBA deal done, and they want to get him as soon as they can to kind of rival off any suitors. Top clubs will be interested in signing him, the Madrids, even the clubs in the Prem, the Arsenals, the obviously the Chelseas, the Liverpools, Man City will all be interested in signing him. And again, United need to be first this deal, and that is kind of the hope. With we would go in January and place the bid. I think it'd be good on BALEBA. This is the midfielder United want, and we are willing to go all out for him. So again, I think that bid will eventually come, whether that is in January or in the summer, but we have to do it quick to fire for any rival suitors. He is the midfielder that United want to go for. No surprise that Manchester United decided not to invest in any midfielder this summer. The idea of United remains Carlos BALEBA in 2026. So yeah, the idea is to go for BALEBA, which again is huge. Just lastly, Lamans, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he is due back in training. No, sorry, the whole first team is due back in training on Wednesday. Lamans is set to have his first group session with the team, which again is good, so he'll have some training time there. But that has been the latest updates.